Okay friends, it's time to get started on our oil pressure sensor. To get into this, let's make our way underneath the front of the vehicle. If you were to look up along the engine, you're going to be able to find your OP switch, or oil pressure sensor. This is going to be very easily accessed by reaching your hand up there and disconnecting the wiring to start. To make this easier to see, I'm going to go ahead and remove this lower radiator hose. I don't recommend doing that because it will drain all of your coolant. Now I can carefully reach up here. I'm going to grab onto the wiring. I'm feeling around. I'm trying to find a little tab that I can grab onto and give it a little squeeze. Once I've squeezed that, I'm going to carefully wiggle it and remove it from the sensor. Once you have it off there, you just want to give it a quick inspection. If you see any funny colors, it's probably corrosion and it would need to be dealt with. To remove this, we're going to have to use an oil pressure sensor socket. Now here's a different view that you can access through the driver's side wheel well. To remove this sensor, I'm going to use a 21mm socket. Just put it right on there, and then I can use my 3/8 ratchet to go ahead and remove this. Okay. Let's go ahead and carefully take this out of here. Keep in mind, a little bit of oil might come out of your engine. It's a good idea to have a drain bucket under the area. There it is, friends. Okay, friends, it's time to get ready for our installation. Have a look at the threads. You'll notice that I put a tiny bit of thread sealer on there. Now, when we go ahead and screw this into the engine, it's important to remember that the original wasn't completely bottomed out against the engine. You'll notice as you start tightening it, it's going to start feeling as though it's bottomed out or even as though it stops. When that happens, you only want to go a tiny bit further, approximately halfway up the threads. Let's continue on with our 21mm socket. Okay, so right there it feels as though it's stopped for me. I'm just going to go and go a tiny bit further, like I said, just to make sure it's completely locked in position. Time for the electrical connector. Go ahead and line that up, slide it in, listen for a click. Give it a tug to make sure it's completely secured. Okay friends, now you just want to double check your work. Clean down the mess, of course open the hood, and double check that oil level. After that, take it for a road test, make sure you don't hear any funny noises. Thank you for watching.